Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you with an updated version of my Blackluster Soldier deck post Breakers of Shadows. Now, this deck has taken on a bit of a different turn, and I'm quite really happy with how it's turned out so far in testing. So without further ado, we'll get straight into it. So starting us off, we have the 3 Blackluster Soldier Super Soldier. This card is in here as your main ritual and your only ritual. When Pre-Preparation of Rites comes out, this is going to be swapped out for the original one, in my opinion, because, well, that's just the way I'm foreseeing it and I'm running it. But we'll talk about that when Pre-Preparation of Rites is released. But yeah, he's really good. His cards in this version is only used for his original effects. I don't have any of the other guys because just the way that I've built the deck. But yeah, he's your main boss monster for this, so it's pretty good. Next up, we have 2 Blackluster Soldier Sacred Soldier. This is one of the new guys. If you don't know what he does, same stats and all that as Blackluster Soldier, and his effect is when this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one of your banished light or dark monsters and target one card your opponent controls. Return the banished card to your graveyard, and if you do banish the other one, you can only use the effect of Blackluster Soldier Sacred Soldier once per turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one level 7 or lower warrior monster in your graveyard and add it to your hands. So you'll see how this all works in a little bit. But yeah, he's the new card out of Bosch, and he's pretty decent for the deck. But you have to run him in a specific way. You have to have certain cards to actually use him. So yeah, just running 2 is good. 3 gets cloggy. Then we have one of the OPs, with the original guys, which is Black Soldier Envoy at the beginning. I realized that when I first put up this video, I said the original, and some people shouted at me saying that the original is actually the ritual. Yes, I realized that, but this card got far more play. So in the eyes of a lot of people, he is the original Black Soldier. Next up, we have the 3 Manju 10,000 Hands. It's pretty standard, to be honest. I'm running a ritual, so I'm running 3 of these. But that is it for the ritual stuff. Next up, we have 3 CHARGEEEE Fist Knight. So the reason I'm running 3 is because I'm running 3 and 3 of the GAIAs. The whole point of the GAIAs is to kind of turbo a little bit and bring out some really nice boss monsters. Mainly you're the big guy, the one that I showed you, the new Bosch guy, which I'll get to. That was Manju. The new Sacred Soldier, which I'll get to in a bit. But running 3 of him, I'll skip over him for now. But you know, I'll get to why I'm running these ratios very, very soon. But this is one of the brand new ones. He's a Risen Guy, the Fierce Knight, and he's a really good effect. He is a dark Guy the Fierce Knight, which is really important. 2/3 attack as usual, and its effect is if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is tributed, you can special summon one Blackluster Soldier monster from your hand or graveyard. You can only use the effect once per turn. While you ritual summon a Blackluster Soldier monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the requirements. So, important things. You can, for example, special summon these guys off his effect if he is tribute summoned. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But also you can banish him from the graveyard, you know, as a requirement. So it's really, really important. And one of the other cards I run as well can work in tangent with that. But the fact that you tribute him, you bring out a BLS, and then you can special out one of your other BLSs is quite important. And with this guy as well, when he's tributed, you can add a BLS. So it's pretty good and just quite nice as well. I wish you could special summon them, but nevertheless. 3 Legendary Maju Gazette. Now, this works with this guy and this guy, pretty much. Well, the original, as I was saying. Because they get their effects when they are tributed. So that is tributed by the spell card to ritual summon or tributed with this mofo right here. He is a level 8 and a dark, so he runs quite well in the deck. And he's just basically here to facilitate being able to get pluses off. And yeah, that's kind of it. Being able to special summon out Blackluster Soldiers and all that is pretty nice. So Legendary Magic Gazette is nice. Next up, we have 3 Sphere Karibo for the last monster lineup. Now, this guy's here because he is great with the level 7. So obviously with level 7, you have to, well, with the ritual card, you have to have exactly 8, which is a bit of a pain. But the fact that I'm running 6 level 7s and then this guy as well, It kind of helps that, and also, you know, I am running level 8, so I'm never out of targets. But this guy, you can discard him when your opponent declares an attack and switch that monster to defense position. And also, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard as one of the ritual requirements. So you can see with Arisen and this, you can just banish straight away. So that's quite nice. So it's a bit of defense as well, but also offense. Next up, going on to the spells, we have 3 Gateway the Chaos. Gateway to Chaos, sorry, don't really need to say too much about this. It's one of your main field searchers, and it's kind of painful when it gets MST'd upon activation, but whatever. 3 Super Soldier, Ritual. This card's great, being able to banish it from the graveyard and just banish any light or dark in your graveyard, regardless of their levels, to bring out a BLS in your hand is quite nice. Well, I mean, the Ritual BLS is quite nice. So, you know, it's pretty decent. Next up, 3 Sacred Swords of the 7 stars. This card is at 3 now, which is nice, and because I am running 6 level 7s, works out well. The other thing that it also works with is that you banish one of your Gaias, and you have a light or dark banish, which means that for the brand new BLS, which you can normal or special summon, it means that you just have target for him. So Sacred Soldier, you can just bounce one of your banished cards back into the graveyard. So yeah, it's pretty good. It works nicely with the deck. Next up, 3 trading. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 level 8s, I think. Sounds like a lot, but I'm pretty sure it is. And obviously trading is a staple for that, because you can just drop the BLSs, you don't really mind and all that. 2-turn Twister. This just helps with some graveyard filling, but also to get rid of scales and any back row that I want to just try and get rid of before I actually go off with my plays. So yeah, it's pretty decent. And then 2 Kaiser Colosseum for the last spells. This card's just great. Really good this format, I feel, since, you know, Pepe just like to spam everywhere, and you're just like, well, I'm going to summon my BLS, and then I'm just going to do this, which is nice. So it's a pretty good card. Obviously, things like Dragon Pit can, you know, pop it, but it just depends. You need to use this card carefully. And then finally, for the traps, we have 3 Solemn Strike. This card's here just for support. And just to kind of back up your plays and stop any pendulum summons. So Strike is good. Strike is a good card. Definitely want to try and get a hold of this format. Going into the Xyz, it's kind of difficult with the Xyz. You run level 7s and level 8s and kind of level 4s, but yeah. So 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. You could technically run more of these, but I only have 1 in its misprinted glory, which is nice. Next up, the 1 Dragosack. You know, it's nice seeing Dragosack back in the deck. The 1 Gaia, because I can use him. Overlay 2 guys into Gaia. It's a bit weird, isn't it? The 1 Big Eye. You know, just stealing monsters is nice. Level 8s, we have 2 Galaxy Eyes. Tycoon Dragon, as well as Armor Dragon to go with it. This is just for big damage, pushing, be able to do big damage. Next up, we have 2 Felgrands. Again, this is here for if you want to overlay into the BLS as you're going into your opponent's turn. It's a nice card to go into, instead of leaving your Blackluster Soldiers just like there. So, yeah. And then level 4s, the 1 Rebellion XE Dragon. These are a bit weird because I only have Manju as the targets, but, you know, it's kind of, yeah. 101, Knight, Cowboy, Dweller, and Castell. So I don't really need to say too much about them. They're just really standard stuff. The extra deck is a bit weird, as I said, because it's only just the level 7s and the 8s you kind of want to run, if I'm honest. But, you know, there's always stuff there just in case you want to go into anything else. So that is it, guys. That is the Blackluster Soldier deck profile of Poster Bosch. So I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of the deck, the way I'm running it. There are a couple of different ways you can build this, but I'm more excited for when Preparation Rites does come out, because it means it can be a bit more playable and a bit easier, and especially with turbo versions, they can actually work. So, as I said, that is it. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I should catch you guys later.